All right. Well, I think we're ready to go. So, good morning, everybody, and good morning, Benmet. We are going to give families a few more minutes to jump on. I think our Facebook says it's live streaming, so we hope we are. But we want to thank all of you who are joining us today for our webinar today on off-campus student engagement and a bit of information about off-campus housing as well. So while we let some people join us here on Zoom and Facebook, I just want to remind you that you can submit your questions through the Q&A or through Facebook, through the comment section, or you can send them out to us to families@uab.edu, and we'll be glad to have an answer for you. So again, thank you for joining us today. Bring your lunch. We can't see you, but we can definitely hear you. So enjoy your lunch while you attend the webinar. And remember that we have more webinars lined up for tomorrow. So I'm just going to use this time to make a little commercial. So tomorrow we have two webinars. One will be by Recreation, UAB Recreation, and everything that has to do with wellness and fitness. And then we invite you to join those today. And I'll give you more information at the end. And so just to make sure we get the most out of our time. So Benmet, welcome, and I'll pass it on to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carmen. Welcome, you guys. My name is Bennet Tashom. I serve as the off-campus student engagement coordinator here at UAB in our off-campus student and family engagement office. Our office serves a multitude of populations here at UAB. However, my specific area is working with off-campus and commuter students here on campus. So you'll see on my screen that we have a pretty large off-campus student population here at UAB. This is of our entire undergraduate population. We've got about 75% off-campus and commuters, and then we've got about 25%, a little bit under 26% of students that are living on campus. And now this is, like I said, of our entire undergraduate population. However, we do see a little flip-flop when it comes to first year and freshman students. As that population is majority on campus, as there is a university requirement, and a minority of those students are living off of campus. And so you'll see that kind of switch around when it comes to first year students. However, when it comes to an entire campus and our undergraduate student population, you'll typically see this represented across all students. I would like to start with the exemption form. So if your student is not aware that before they are able to come in the fall and live off campus, they must complete this exemption form. This is a form sent to the university stating that you abide or you meet the requirements to be approved to live off campus, meaning that you're from the general area, that you'll be living with your residents. There are few reasons for being exempted, and that is one of them. However, you must complete this form in order to be exempt from living on campus, from having to pay that on your tuition, living or paying for that residence hall that you're not using. Make sure that you are filling this form out way prior to coming to campus, as the sooner you get approved, the sooner you're good to start in the fall. However, please, if you're not sure that you've completed this, just go ahead and complete it again. Your student or you on behalf of them, in order for them to not necessarily be charged, and also for you to be good come fall semester. So I'd like to start with a video that our off-campus student council members have put together of just some tips and things that they've had to navigate being an off-campus student, and gives great insight on the experience through their testimonies.
Hi, my name is Asha, and I'm an off-campus student. And to talk about my experience as an off-campus student, in the beginning, I definitely felt a little bit secluded from campus. I definitely was going back to class back and forth, and I definitely wasn't doing much. Communication, but overall, I just want to say, just try your best to get involved and make sure you're doing a lot of things on campus, and I think that'll definitely shape the experiences on campus.
Hey, my name is Arzu. I love being an off-campus student, and I think it's all about your planning. So my biggest tips for off-campus students are to plan ahead. This includes like planning for traffic, planning for the weather, packing your stuff the night before, and also just kind of mapping out your day. A good rule of thumb is always to plan to leave your house or your apartment a lot earlier than you think you need to. And this will just make sure that you're never late. It'll take a lot of the stress out. But overall, with a little bit of planning and just like scheduling your life, being an off-campus student is perfectly fine, and like it'll take all the stress out of commuting.
Hello, my name's Evan, and I'm part of the off-campus student council. I lived on campus my freshman year, and then I moved off campus, and now I live in an apartment. One of the hardest things about transitioning to living on my own was a lot of the things that were kind of taken care of for me that I didn't realize. Like I need to make monthly payments for rent, electricity. I need to find renter's insurance. It was a lot of things that you don't realize you have to keep track of, but if you miss one of them, they'll let you know. So I almost had my electricity and water shut off. And the way that I kind of made sure that that wouldn't happen again was I have a little schedule on my fridge, and it just tells me when payments are due and what they're due for. That helps me keep track of my expenses and what times things are due. It's also kind of hard to meet new people that are living on campus or like around campus if you're living off campus with that commute. So I just try to participate more in classes and join a lot of clubs and organizations like the Off-Campus Student Council.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm a part of Off-Campus Student Council. And I've been a commuter since my freshman year, and I live at home, and I also live pretty far. So my biggest tip as an off-campus student is to explore Birmingham. Honestly, you're gonna be on campus for a long time every day, and while being on campus, you should go explore Birmingham with your friends. I think it really adds on to the college experience, especially since a lot of people who live at home don't live in downtown specifically. So exploring downtown is important.
Awesome. So that was just a short video, hearing some of the student testimonies of being an off-campus student, the things that they've had to kind of navigate during their time here at UAB. There's a lot of your student will go through a large adjustment coming to not only college but coming to his campus where majority of the students are living on campus. It will take that extra ounce of intentionality for your students. So you'll see here, this is a schedule that one of our students has let us use for as an example for this presentation, and it kind of shows the different types of responsibilities that a lot of these students have and ways that they fill their time. So you'll see that there's this student specifically, she puts down her gym time, her gym block, as well as any meetings she might have, or a quiz or a class, and then also things like a birthday party. We encourage our students to find any reason to stay on campus while they're already here for the day. So meaning that sometimes our students' breaks between classes is shorter than their commute home is. And so we don't necessarily want you to have to, jump from place to place all over town. And we invite you to come to some organizational events, some even if it's just a general body meeting, or finding a way to find a reason to stay on campus when maybe you don't necessarily have to. When you have that little ounce of time, take advantage of it. Go find a student organization to join, or even if it's just a social hour with some free food or free drinks or coffee. Go participate. It's a great way to kind of meet a lot of students that are in the same boat as you, and help you feel acclimated to UAB a lot smoother. One thing that I do want to point out, and this is for all families, specifically mainly to our parents, is you will see a large shift in your students' schedules when it comes to study hours. A lot of our students are studying between the hours of 8 to 10 p.m. and so you'll see your students changing up a lot of their, I guess, their schedules when they come to college, because this is how a lot of their peers work. A lot of study hours are later in the day. Stern is open 24/7, and so you'll see that their students sometimes put in all-nighters. Not saying that will be your student, but that is a possibility. That schedule change. So if they're saying they're at the library at 10, 11 p.m., they're not lying. They're most likely out there studying for their exam tomorrow with their study groups. And so that's definitely a change in comparison to maybe the structure that you're coming from high school might have been for them. This will definitely be a large change for their schedules. So some ways to get engaged and involved on campus to make that transition a lot smoother and as smooth as possible is looking out for Blazer Welcome. So what Blazer Welcome is this is during the first 4 weeks of campus of the semester. There will be an insane amount of events going on campus. from organizations such as the Off-Campus Student Council to even volunteer groups to cultural groups to honor societies. They will all use the first 4 weeks of school to essentially overload students with a bunch of programs that they can come attend, whether they're just first social hours or general body meetings. Great open door opportunities for students to come in and easily get involved or just get situated, meet students that are, like I said, in the same boat as them. For our off-campus students, you'll see that they're coming and they're meeting a lot of other students that are in the same boat as them, whether they're commuting from a general area or maybe it's from an apartment. Regardless, they're all off-campus and commuter students. They share that perspective, that experience. We have a transfer student group here that is all students that have transferred from other 2 or 4 year institutions, and it's a great place to invite and break that early barrier for students. You know, as soon as they walk into that door, they are welcomed by other students that are in the same boat as them, whether they're transfer students as well or whether they're commuter students as well. It kind of breaks that barrier and helps them kind of socialize with students that are sharing that same perspective, that same lens as them. And so I highly encourage your students to come take a look at this Blaze. You're welcome events come fall semester or our off-campus student council events. They'll do a bunch of fun events, but they'll also do some safety and resourceful events, kind of getting you plugged into some university resources that might be beneficial to you as an off-campus student here at UAB and during your time here as a commuter student. Some things such as Mars or VMAS, some things as with our partners. We'll do a lot of different events throughout the year. Some fun, some more educational focused, and some might be towards financial literacy and these adulting segments that students oftentimes feel like they've missed out on. We've done events that highlight safe sex and how to navigate the resources in the area. Things that might be applicable to them during their time, whether it's then here at UAB or after UAB. We want to equip them with the tools and the resources to navigate these things successfully. So this is our off-campus student lounge. This is located right actually where I am right now, the first floor of this Hill Student Center. And I'll kind of let the video play out for itself as you can see a lot of the things that it offers. So like I said, that is our off-campus student lounge. This is where I actually am right now. I know you all can't see what's behind me, but that's where our offices are located, as well as a lot of different things that students can take advantage of. So the background of what the lounge is for off-campus and commuter students to come and take advantage of throughout the year, whether that's right now or come fall semester, spring semester. It's a space where the university acknowledges that commuter students don't necessarily have a place to call home on campus due to them living off campus. And so this is essentially your hub, your space for off-campus student usage. Come here, debrief, study, meet friends, play games, or just if it's just where you want to watch TV, that's totally fine as well. Take a nap, whatever you need to do. This space is here for you and no one else. And so we encourage your students to take advantage of this as we will be open. We're open now, going into the fall semester. Open 8 to 5. Right now in the semester will be open till 6. And it's just a great place to take advantage of. I wish I had it as an off-campus student in undergrad, but also it is a space for if you're looking for resources, next steps, whether you're looking for a next move, looking for off-campus accommodations for your next year, or even if it's for looking for resources for transportation or safety. We have a lot of resourceful pamphlets and information in here, as well as this is where I'm located. So if you ever have a question, even if it's just a quick question, you can come by, knock on the door and ask. I'd be happy to help you or point you in the right direction of where you can find that assistance during your off-campus student experience or your students' off-campus student experience. And so definitely come take advantage of the lounge. I will be honest, the biggest thing about the lounge that gets students is the free coffee and snacks. We have those throughout the year for students to come take advantage of. A lot of our students that are coffee drinkers, similarly to me, will come and take advantage of that between classes, before classes, whatever it is. Within this lounge, we also offer tutoring. This is through our VMask, which is a program at UAB stands for Vulcan Materials and Academic Student Center. I think that's what it stands for. They are a space where you can essentially get tutoring through them fully free. And what's really beneficial for our first year students is this is mainly in those first year courses. A lot of those prerequisite courses that you'll have to take during your time, regardless of what your major is. There's at least bound to be one course that you take that's on their tutoring list. And so take advantage of that while you can. Again, it's completely free, and they have different locations. One being our off-campus student lounge, and the other one being the Stern Library here on campus. It doesn't matter which one you use. It's just a great resource to take advantage of. And now we'll talk a little bit about some successful living tips, things you'll need to navigate prior to coming here and being a commuter student. So one being parking. This is very relevant as most of your students will be commuter students if you are attending or watching this video. Just know that parking is something that they will have to resolve before coming to campus. So parking registration is not opened up yet. It will open up on August 1st. So go ahead and mark your calendars for that morning. It is first come, first serve. And how that will work is if you scan this QR code, you'll see where you can register for parking on the day of. But it will ask you to put in your vehicle information, your license plate number, what type of vehicle you'll be registering on campus, and then on August, and you can do all of that prior to August 1st. And then when August 1st comes around, you will essentially open it up, select which parking lot you want, and then proceed. Now, as parking lots fill up, they will be taken off the website, and so you might be maybe if you get on a little late, you will be forced to take maybe one of the lots that you didn't necessarily love or wasn't on your top list. And that's no problem. What you can do is you can register for the semester, and then once our graduates in the winter come around and leave, there will be a lot more spots that open up for the spring semester, and you can register for whatever parking lot that you wanted originally in that spring semester come 2026 and such. But if you are one that gets on there on August 1st and you see the lot that you want, go ahead and register for that full year. It's gonna be a lot easier for you so that you don't have to come back around in the spring semester and do this all over again. If you are one that gets on a little later, no fear. And you end up getting a further parking lot. That's no problem. We have a Blazer Transport. It's called the Blazer Express. It takes you all around campus, and there's an app. If you scan this QR code, it'll take you to their website that describes what app they use to navigate and track where the different Blazer shuttles are located at that moment. They're a great fleet of transports to take you all around campus, from our main hub to our medical center and medical school buildings and such. If you're trying to avoid the walk around downtown metropolitan Birmingham, this is a great alternative. Again, and they're completely free, so take advantage of that while you can. And MARS. So this is our Motorside Vehicle Assistance program here at UAB. If you have any vehicle problems, whether that's a dead battery or a flat tire, or you lock your keys in your car, they can come help you out free of charge. They're awesome, and they work throughout the week till about 10 p.m. And so take advantage of that. Hopefully you don't need to, but if a day comes where you do, this is a great place. So some general things that our office does that I want to touch on before we go is so as I said, we are the off-campus student engagement office as well as the family engagement office. So we will help with lease reviewing. We help navigating that off-campus student housing search. So if your student is looking to live off campus, maybe not this coming year, but the year after, and they want that extra assistance, we are a great place to kind of get that ball rolling in. So we will help you kind of explore some resources, one being the off-campus student website, which I would like to show you while I've got you here. This is our off-campus student website. I hope this is showing on your screen. If not, hopefully Carmen will let me know. But this is our off-campus housing website. This is a website that is powered through apartments.com, if you're familiar with what that is. This is however, what's unique about this website is it is very UAB centric. So you cannot take advantage of this website if you are not a UAB student. You do not have a Blazer ID. And so you'll see I click the login button right here. Typically, if you are a student, you'll click sign in with your Blazer ID. However, unfortunately, ironically, I can't log in as that, but I'll log in under, oh, that's not working for me. Here, I'll just open it back up without logging in and show y'all what you can do on this website. So the housing button, if you click the housing button, you'll see that it'll take you to, if it loads up for me, it'll take you to like a map page with all the listings and options on the side with all the available units that these apartment complexes are offering right now. See if my page be a little slow. 。 Not sure what's going on with that, but I promise the website usually works. I think my internet service is being a little rough right now, but this is a great page for students that are looking to search for off-campus housing or looking to post their sublease. If they're moving out maybe before their lease term ends, they can post it on here under the add a listing button, and they can issue it out to other students here at UAB. What is really nice about this website is it is very secure. You will not be reached out to by anyone that's not involved at the university as a student. And so it makes it very safe. They'll only be communicating via your Blazer ID or your Blazer email. As well as this is a great tool to use when you are looking for a roommate. So if you're one that knows you're going to be living off campus this next year, but you don't necessarily have anyone that you're looking to live with, you can use this roommate tool to search through what people are also looking for roommates. It's like a little profile section where they'll put up things about themselves, maybe where they're looking to live, what type of lifestyle they're looking to have in this off-campus property, and then you can communicate with them very similarly to how I was just talking about when you're looking to reach out to options. You'll reach out to their email, and again, it's very UAB centric. You will never be reached out to by anyone that is not involved at the university as a student or anything of the sorts. As well as you'll find, if it were working for me right now, I would show that you can click a lot of, or yeah, you can see right here a lot of our listing options right here. But also, if you click resources, you'll see this is where our guide is located, as well as a lot of little documents that we think would be beneficial for students while they're navigating living off of campus. Outside of that, what we'll also do is our housing fairs. That happens about once a year, and we'll do a large one in the spring semester where we invite about a bunch of off-campus properties to campus. Last year, I think we had a little over 40 properties on campus, and they were tabling, and it's essentially a way for students to explore the housing market outside of UAB without having to schedule a million tours or management meetings or whatever it is. We try to bring them to where you are, which is on campus, and meet you where you're at to get that ball moving a little smoother and a little faster. Like I said, this on campus one will happen in the spring semester, and from there we'll have a lot of you'll get a lot of pamphlets and information at the event, and then from there you can kind of take that and proceed with the ones that you find are a good fit for you, or you can bring them to our office and we can sit down and talk through some of these options and see what the best next steps are for you. Outside of that, we also produce a housing guide every year. This is through our office. We'll create a guide. I wish I had one near me, but it's what it is essentially a lot of the information. Oh, I actually do have one. Looks very similar to this. If my thing was working, but it is a guide that has a lot of the information that I've talked about in this presentation, as well as a lot of the information that we have issued on our website. Talks about involvement and just some general easy ways to live off campus, some tips, as well as roommate finding and details, as well as some information for when you're moving to Birmingham and what to expect. Outside of that, what we also do is programs. This is through our student groups. They'll host a lot of events, whether they're social events, resourceful events where they talk about things like VMask or Mars or things that we've touched on through this presentation to meet our students where they're at. They might not all be aware of these resources, and so incorporating these in events has been a great way for these programs to get into students' faces and for them to take advantage of them while they can. Outside of that, we have a newsletter. If your students are interested in being kept up to date on what's going on our campus through our student groups, or maybe some resources or tools, or even if we're ever issued some scholarships to issue out to students, we'll display them through the newsletter. This is a great way to stay in the know as a commuter student, and so I would highly recommend your student sign up for that. It'll just ask you for your name and your email, and then we'll send them like a once a month newsletter out with a lot of these information and tips. But outside of that, y'all, again, my name is Bemnet Shom. I serve as the off-campus student engagement coordinator here at UAB in our off-campus student and family engagement office, alongside my wonderful friend Carmen here. If you guys have any questions, please do use the chat to ask any questions. I know Carmen will let me know if there's any, or you can email this email right here, and it'll get you connected to me, and I can follow up and set up any consultations that are needed. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Bennett. This has been very useful. And so families, we have any range of families who are new families to UAB, whose students may be living off campus, maybe living at home. And if they are, this is a place for students can come. The off-campus student lounge is a place, instead of driving home and getting into the Birmingham traffic, you just come and relax and study, have some coffee, watch TV. We apparently have the best couch on the first floor to take naps. So just come on over and make this your spot to be in between classes or just to meet friends and relax. And so the information is here about the off-campus lounge and about the email. I am not seeing any questions, but I do want to thank those of you who have joined us through Facebook. Again, sometimes we have questions later, so if any questions come up, you can email offcampus@uab.edu or email us at families@uab.edu. And after our webinar, this will be live. It will remain recorded on Facebook, so you can go back and share it, view it, share it with your student. It will also be placed on our website, uab.edu/families, under communications, under 2025 webinars, which is where we're also placing all the other webinars that we've had. So we've had webinars from student health, we've had webinars from we'll have some from financial aid. And like I said, tomorrow we have two big webinars. One is about Tech Connect. So if your student has any special needs for computers or technology questions, that webinar will provide you some information. And I know they have good deals going on. So this is a time if you're looking for a new device for your student. And also later on at 2 p.m., we will have another webinar about recreation services, and everything has to do with fitness, wellness, and your students is, time to enjoy games or join an intramural club or just come to the gym and just relax after or in between classes. So I am still not seeing any questions, but I do want to ask Mehmet if there's any last minute anything last minute you want to say, any last minute tips.
Yeah, absolutely. As I assume most of the people watching this video are families, I would highly encourage you to talk with your student about taking that extra step of involvement. Being an off-campus student, especially your first year, whether you're a freshman or transferring to UAB, takes that extra ounce of intentionality. Things aren't just going to come up to them. Involvement's not just going to come up to them. It definitely takes them taking a step in that direction for that to happen. And I promise getting involved will change their overall experience, their journey here at UAB for the best. And so encourage them to use those first 4 weeks of events and maybe go to one event meeting or an organizational meeting or just a field day, whatever it is. Encourage them to step out there, take that initiative, and then I think they'll be very grateful that they did, and that they'll be grateful that you told them to. So encourage your off-campus students to come out to some on-campus events, and they'll see some change.
That's a great tip because, and again, families will be sometimes the first ones who'll hear from your students. Maybe there's nothing to do or I don't know where to go. So the more you stay informed, and that's why we present these webinars so that you stay informed and you can say, oh no, I heard this, and you can go back and refer to the webinar. One question that did come up is how soon, for students who will be starting on campus, living on campus, how soon should they start looking for off-campus housing and what are the best steps to go about it?
That is a wonderful question. So the market is very it's different for every place. It's different for every type of school. We being in Birmingham, being in a metropolitan area, we see a very large pool of options for off-campus students. There's a lot of properties, a lot of apartment complex, realty companies in the area, and so I would my ideal timeline for students when I talk to them is starting to navigate the market and looking at what's out there and available 6 months in advance. You don't have to sign until, even 2 to 3 months prior to when your lease starts, but looking at what is available, because what you'll see is, say that your student is living on campus this upcoming fall, and they're looking to live off campus for that next year, say 2026 to 2027. If you start to look at around that January, February mark, you'll start to see what the rates are and what typically throughout the academic year, what these apartment complexes are offering out. Then you will see a large change once I would say April, May comes around, because every apartment complex is trying to get everybody to sign. That's when they'll issue out a bunch of promotions. And so you looking early and seeing what that price is typically without the promotion, and then you seeing what that promotion is come come April and May will definitely get you a good understanding of what's worth paying and what's not worth paying. And also giving you the most options in terms of the pool. The pool is large. There's a lot of off-campus properties. I don't want your students to feel very isolated in having to choose between a few. There's a lot that fit a lot of different students' needs. And so I would say starting that search 6 months in advance, kind of scoping out the market, and then signing within that 2 to 3 month mark before moving in.
Yeah,
And they can
that's
always come to us and we can walk.
yeah, and that's a great recommendation. Maybe when they come home for Thanksgiving, not to overwhelm them, or the holidays, to say, oh, so you're going into your spring semester, you probably will want to move off campus. What are you looking at? And navigating with them. And just to make the announcement for the spring, we will have another webinar that has to do about leasing and what it entails and how to go about it. And so we'll invite you then. We usually have it right before the housing fair so that your students know what's happening. You're always welcome to come and navigate and visit with all the different options for off-campus housing. And so we'll let you know about that. But again, I'm looking up sideways because I'm monitoring another screen, but I do want to thank those of you who have joined us on Facebook. And if you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to send them now or later. Reach out to us. There's the phone number and email, and check out the website. And we invite you to join our webinars tomorrow and for the rest of the summer. We have several lined up, so check out the Family Hub for all the schedule and to register for webinars. So thank you, BenMet, for being here today, and we wish everybody a great rest of your day, and we hope to see a lot of you tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, everybody.